This started. Oh, hi.
Hi.
So, welcome to the stream. If you guys don't know, I'm Victoria. I'm the community manager for Kitfox Games, and today I have a guest.
It's me,
Sam.
over on the end. Hi.
You want to introduce yourself, I guess?
Yeah, I'm Samantha Cook. I'm the producer, biz dev person, everything that isn't actually, programming and arting and sounding the game at Artifact 5. And we're making Anamorphine, our first game.
Hey, Clever Endeavor. Welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, so we'll be playing, I guess in alpha right now?
I mean, hit labels.
Labels, guys.
That's not important. It is immensely playable for various parts of the game. Sure, alpha.
There we go.
Close to beta, honestly,
yes.
actually.
And I'll be playing through it, and I guess we'll just be talking a little bit about the game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched it, so I'm super excited for it. It is it's supposed to be like a pretty heavy game from what I know so far, so, just a warning for you guys.
Yeah. Although this build itself, like what you're going to see, nothing particularly disturbing, but it'll be cool looking.
Yes, so
I'll give you a sense of the story.
Yes.
But certainly no spoilers in what we're showing today. So.
And if you guys ever have any questions about the game or any questions for Sam in general, feel free to throw in chat. I have it open.
Happy to answer most questions.
Let's go.
Woo!
I'm so excited
Thanks,
for this.
Canada Media Fund, for funding our game.
It's great. Okay, well, first off, I wanted to talk about the beginning logo. Because, one, it's really cool, and two, I see a panda, but I also see faces, and I'm wondering if that's right.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, although, there's a lot of sort of Rorschach type patterns in this game. A lot of it is, up to interpretation. But those are definitely good things to see in the logo.
For sure.
Relevant, accurate things.
Let me know if the game audio is okay, you guys, but just gonna start.
With our super fancy loading bar.
So fancy. Love it. It's too fancy for me.
GameDev. And you're going to want to put headphones in pretty soon. So, and if any of you are listening on speakers, I recommend putting headphones on too, because the game audio is definitely like very spatialized and 360. So it's, if you're hearing it from over here, like it'll come out on this ear, not this one.
That's awesome.
All that fun spatial audio kind of thing.
I love audio that does that.
Oh, yeah, we have an in-house audio, like sound designer, composer. She does all the stuff, and it's really great. And she'd be sad if you weren't listening to it on headphones.
It's okay. I'm doing it, you guys. Yeah, I guess. Ooh. So okay, I'm too excited, you guys. Okay, so as we're starting, I guess, do you want to just talk about what this game actually is?
Absolutely, right. So Anamorphine is a first-person surreal exploration game. It's kind of genre-defying, maybe a new genre can be introspective adventure. It could be one of those. And the game is actually played without text, there's no text, no voiceover, no action button even. So like everything that's going to happen today is based on movement alone. And how you transition through the game, it depends on sort of like how you actually interact with the environment. So it's a really pure form of environmental storytelling. And right there, you're kind of in this hub of memories where you're gonna like put the key memories you find. But
let's see.
So it's all closed up right now. You haven't really found anything yet, but we will find some stuff today. Oh hey.
Oh, okay. So I know that you chose not to use any text, like any language at all.
Yep. None. No voiceover. No.
Was that extremely difficult, especially for like this type of a game, I guess?
Yeah, but it's sort of an intentional challenge that we wanted to take on. We thought it would be a really interesting way to tell a story. Is purely through visuals, and by giving the visual language or making a visual language all on its own, really. So we sort of replace speech and text with surreal transitions.
Okay.
Because why not?
Yeah.
And because it's a way of sort of it is Rorschach plots. Panda. You see a panda. Who knows? So we wanted to tell a story through non-traditional storytelling means, and it's cool. We've actually gotten a couple of prizes for our narrative design so far. So it's it seems to be working. You can judge that for yourselves on the stream. But so this is sort of an early scene. This isn't quite like the actual beginning of the game.
Yeah.
really building that right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you know, they've just moved in. Everything's kind of a mess.
Satoru says it's their home.
All the time, or did you just move into?
Satoru, real question: do you have this person inside your home? Because if so,
call me.
Yes.
Great
This music.
That's your wife. That's Elena.
Oh, hello.
Oh, she's playing the cello. So if you aren't listening, you should be, because music.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty. Oh.
Whoa. What did you do?
You know, I would have an explanation, but I don't. This is really nice, though.
Thank you. Yes. So yeah, that was your first. What are your first surreal transitions? So like, you know, going into that room sort of triggered that. You know.
Yeah.
You're in a daydream.
Oh.
You're in a daydream.
This is intense. I just really like looking at this. It's like one of so pretty.
Cool. There's more of those. So.
Mystic Rogue says I broke the game. I'm sorry.
It's don't worry, it's a feature, not a bug. Sometimes people play, they're like, is that a bug? I'm like, no.
No, it's real.
No, it's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. I guess like why did you guys decide to kind of like make a game with this kind of like surrealist concept?
Well, there are some other games out there that do deal with surrealism from a couple different perspectives. They're usually either like puzzle games or horror games.
Right.
Ooh, look at that.
What is that?
That's I don't know.
This looks like almost a pine cone. Oh no, that's not a pine cone. That's a
giant flower.
Oh my gosh.
Giant alien flower. Whoa. Oh. It's also a metaphor.
Oh man. That's a feature scurries away to fix several bugs.
No, they really are features.
Oh no.
It's so these you're gonna see a couple more of these. And depending on how you move towards them, like they'll sort of work slightly differently. But you'll see a couple more of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So mostly surrealism is dealt with in puzzle games or horror games. So you have like Stanley Parable, which is sort of more puzzly, same with Anti-Cheat or something like that, slightly older games. Or these days like Layers of Fear, for example, which is totally a horror game, right? Like super creepy, scary, like kinds of games I can't play. I cannot do horror. I am a security cat. I can't deal.
Me too.
Not at all. Like we were playing it as a team, and I still kept screaming, like because like shh. Anyway, like at work, everyone loves it. Yeah, that was great. Anyway, so we wanted to tell a story. We wanted to tell a story using surrealism instead of just being like, oh look, these crazy puzzles, or oh look at this like jump scare. It's like, oh look at how you can actually use surrealism to tell a narrative. But because no one's really doing that.
Right.
There hasn't so much. A game just came out that's a little bit more sort of along those lines. It'd be great if I could remember what it's called. Something Blackwater, I think. It's set on a train. It's about like a relationship between like this girl and her younger brother, and so it's about relationships. It's got a bit of surrealism, but definitely a lot more like narrative and interaction than we have. So we really wanted to like see how much we could peel away from a game to still make a really impactful narrative. So it's definitely got its weirdness, but it's also
it's
telling a real story. Thank you.
It's so pretty.
This is going to be open a little bit bigger in the final version. I think that I know what your settings are too. Like it's definitely the kind of game that responds to like really good graphics cards and stuff.
Yeah.
This looks a little jittery, so like it's it's certainly smoother if you have like slightly better settings, just for all of you at home.
Right.
Oh, look, really weird transition.
I fixed it, you guys.
Good job.
I fixed the game.
Totally there.
Yeah.
Totally fixed.
If the game is looking jittery, you guys, it's our fault. We don't. This is not.
So it's so rude of me. I'm like, it's not that jittery.
Sorry. We just don't have the graphics card for this.
Graphics cards are expensive.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Can I just sit in the back? I'm back.
I mean, you can hang out.
Yeah.
Not much will happen. You could. This is your playthrough. You can do whatever you want.
You can also lower your bitrate if it's a stream and not the game. No, it's the game. Well, not the game, but our terrible system.
This scene can lag a little bit.
Oh, okay.
We're cleaning it all up.
Oh, my wife is famous.
She's a cellist.
Oh wow. Oh.
What did she do?
Oh. Whoa. Oh, I broke it again, you guys. Oh, okay, this recurring panda theme. This means something. This definitely means something.
So yeah, what did we just learn?
That you need to fix this game and it's glitching out.
Yeah, it's pretty problematic. I don't know why we brought it on the screen today. Probably a bad idea.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is
What
definitely.
did you learn about the story?
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, not sure what the plants, little pretty plant world kind of indicated, but obviously at this point, my wife is a cellist in an orchestra, and I assume that I'm someone who's always watching her play. I'm like one person in the crowd, I think.
Well, you're also a homeowner, so not just a random.
So
that'd be creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, you filled your first memory.
Okay, cool.
Well done.
Cool. I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, so it's, I guess, like, for lack of a better word, it's kind of like a walking simulator.
Labels.
Labels.
Well, yeah, it's funny because this isn't really a genre that has a name other than that to a certain extent, and yet, I think I always think that adventure games are actually a perfectly reasonable genre for most of the games that do fall under the category of walking simulator. Excuse me. Back on the day when we played Myst, it's like a puzzle adventure game, right? And most of these are kind of puzzle adventure games. It's just that because they tend to take place in a more realistic world, everybody's gone to the Rapture or Gone Home or the upcoming Tacoma, which I guess is a bit more sci-fi, but it's like a realistic setting where you go through something. So people are like, oh, well, it's just like walking around and being in the real world, so it's a walking simulator. It's like, well, no, it's still a game. You're still doing something.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I'd say really pared down adventure game. This is what we're saying, introspective adventure.
For sure.
It's an adventure through the mind.
I like that.
Yeah. So I don't think walking simulator is a bad word.
No.
Or a bad phrase, but people certainly can use it derogatorily. So
yeah.
I like to try to twist it a little.
I think this is definitely an interesting step away from a lot of games. Actually, I'm trying in my mind to be oh, this reminds me of, and it doesn't really remind me of anything, which is good. It's great.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She's obsessed with her music, it seems.
Well, she's writing a calendar, right?
Are you okay?
Writing a calendar, and
she's obviously busy.
She's doing one of those things where there's numbers on the bottom, so she's advertising. We should probably make that clearer, but music lessons.
Oh, okay.
She can teach your kids some music.
Okay.
Teach you some cello.
Teach me some sweet cello. Some sweet cello music.
Sweet cello.
Oh, okay. Cannot practicing. All right. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Oh, you came from over there.
Oh, that's true. There's no losing in a walking simulator.
Not really. It's just, you get a little lost.
Can you see what I look like?
Not yet, but probably yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you don't think you're a disembodied ghost, because that is sometimes the feedback we get. But that's because there's no actual intro yet, so there's no character introduction. But you're not a disembodied ghost. You're a person.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You're a person.
Oh no.
What did you do?
Oh,
Victoria keeps breaking. I'm sorry, guys. Just stop, Victoria. She's
breaking the game. But this is also a really. This is one of. It scares me a little bit.
Not a horror game. Okay. I know. Sometimes we do. I feel like we're cousins. A cousin to horror. We're second cousins.
Okay.
It's okay. I think that is happening. Don't worry.
Is she okay? I don't know.
Well.
Oh.
She's kind of expensive. Having a bit of an episode.
This must be terrifying in VR.
No, I don't know about terrifying. It's really cool in VR. And it is in VR, FYI, all you folks at home.
If you didn't know.
PC, VR, and probably Xbox and or PlayStation. We're kind of working on that right now. But yeah, check out the excellently rendered outdoors. Yes. Thanks, Philip. One of our 3D artists.
Yeah, would you say that we should do this in VR, PC, or it doesn't really matter?
I mean, it is the same game. However, I find they're both awesome experiences, straight up. But the VR certainly is more immersive in a sense that you're actually in this apartment, walking around, looking at everything in great detail because you're looking at it, right? You're right there. But you're still getting a very similar effect on PC. It's still you know, the same weird, cool surrealism. So it's, you know, I feel like if people have VR, totally play in VR. If you don't have VR, you'll be perfectly fine playing on PC. Like, it's okay. Oh, look at that. Oh,
dear.
Oh.
Hello. Who's this? Oh, it's so happy sounding. This is interesting. I don't know. I'm honestly like back to the walking simulator almost. I do like those games that kind of like really put you in the mind of someone else. And I know this game is like pretty much what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, you really are this guy, Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Oh yeah, his name's Tyler.
Hello, Tyler.
I mean,
Tyler, you need new clothes.
It's Christmas out there.
Yeah,
the snow.
So happy. Beautiful.
Yeah. You did have the right idea. She is way fun to go look at what this is. I think we fixed this up in a different build. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Well done.
So interesting. Did you
That's an actual bug.
I'm
not gonna lie to you. That's actually a bug.
Okay, but we got Christmas down now.
We do. Time is moving. She got a bite.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh, okay, wow.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you're more on the business side, but I guess actually
I do a little of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Bit.
Did you were there, I mean, there's always struggles when it comes to developing games, but like, was there like, during development, did you hit any like huge, whoa, uh-oh.
So I shouldn't look so gleeful while I watch you like play the movie, but
I'm told I get very passionate about the games I play.
I'm glad. Well, I know this one, it has like a lot of weird moments, so it's
I like it
cool.
though.
Should look up.
Okay. Oh my. Oh, and the Christmas music is playing. As someone who studied surrealism for a bit in school, this is nice.
That's awesome. What did you study?
Honestly, I don't remember too much. I just remember more like concepts and stuff and like general ideas. But yeah, I guess, okay, so when you're developing this, did you pull from any like surrealist like artists or anything?
Yeah, that would definitely be more of a question for my creative director. He's the guy from which all of that weird stuff stems, him and Rami, my co-founders. But there's certainly a lot of sort of artists and art styles that have inspired a lot of Anamorphine and its weirdness. But also like psychology, I think, or like sort of studying like mental health and how certain like mental issues manifest. So, you know, we consider like, I didn't give much of an introduction to the game actually when we started. I got really wrapped up in what you were doing, but basically something happened to Tyler, and I think we're getting the sense of that as we play through. Something has gone wrong in his world, and you're getting a taste of that through how the environment is treating you, right? Like certain things are fine, and then suddenly your world's upside down. And that's, you know, it'll be clearer when you actually play it sort of A to Z or A, B, C, D, you know. Right now you're kind of getting a couple different snippets from the middle of the game, but something's gone wrong for him. So you're kind of seeing the game through the lens of his trauma. And now Elena, you know, you saw her sort of sitting there staring at into the night. Not everything's hunky-dory with her either. So it's really a mix of like the depression she's going through and then the layer of his trauma that you're seeing it all through that is what makes the game so kind of topsy-turvy and what justifies all the weird transitions and like out-of-sync memories and weird jumps.
Okay.
Yeah, but like again, it's not meant to be horror, but it is certainly meant to be a bit unsettling and a little weird.
For sure.
But you know, it's not like we're never gonna have like some like clown jump out at you from around the corner. Like that's not our
that's not the
Yeah. And it's funny. I studied a little bit of like absurdism in like, you know, end of high school and stuff like that. But surrealism is a little different. It's funny because I do think there's an absurd side of surrealism and then there's like a serious side of surrealism, and we're sort of more onto the serious side, at least for this project.
Right.
But like, you know, surrealism is what we get a kick out of. So
awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess on the topic of that, then, like, okay, what was that? Oh no. Has someone been drinking?
Someone might have been drinking.
Yeah. So I mean, mental health is like a very heavy topic, I guess.
This is flaggy.
Yeah, it's definitely flagging.
Check it to see if you move on.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh.
Oh. No. Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, so you couldn't quite tell there, but all the bottles sort of ran up to this doorway
Yes.
and like filled it up, and like you can walk
Yes.
through the bottles, which like became this
that-
portal.
That
So-
does probably mean something.
Probably, yeah. I think it's a metaphor for escapism, for literally through the bottle. So
Okay. Sorry, that noise scared me. I was like, whoa.
oh, that way the sounds.
Yeah.
You're on a bike. You will know that in the version we have now, it will make more sense.
Okay.
But you will have seen this bike before. You will have been on a bike before. I think you'll probably actually see the bike in front of you. But you certainly do already.
Yes. Fast.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Thank you. This is your escape. This is where Tyler goes when he just doesn't know how to deal with anything. This is Desert Escape.
Oh, I hit
They
it.
come from, in the beginning, they've actually just moved from like the southwestern states. So,
Bad bike rider. Oh my god.
Oh, are you stuck? Here.
I'm stuck.
There you go.
There we go.
There is a cheat fix for that. For steps.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Back to my question before I guess I got distracted by awesome desert world. Yeah, okay, so obviously mental health is a really heavy topic to deal with and like really tough one to deal with.
Yeah.
Why did you, I guess, go after this topic for your game then?
Well, it's sort of a bit of a chicken egg thing, like, you know, which came first, the surrealism with mental health. And certainly not all mental health issues like manifest like in a surrealist or like, you know, like, oh crap. Oh.
Hello, Eleanor Awesome and Riftblade.
Hello. Hello to both of you. That was unfortunately also a bug. Sorry, not a feature. I think we've also fixed that since, but are you stuck
Oh,
there?
I'm still stuck. Oh, there we go.
There we go. You good? Okay.
No, we're good. Alright, so
Okay, you're almost there. You're almost done.
Okay. Yeah. For those of you just tuning in, we're playing Anamorphine, which is a game, I guess, about surrealism and mental health.
Yeah, it is a game about mental health, but it's told through surrealism, and it.
Oh,
heck? Well, anyway,
that's fine.
You would have just jumped off that cliff anyway, so.
There we go.
Here you go.
Falling.
Holy moly.
Oh no.
Oh, what? To be continued.
No.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Yes. You were so good. You got through. Sorry about the bugs at the end there.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
I won't lie. I'll tell you guys when it's bugs, not features.
I'm just gonna move us. But yeah, you guys can get it. You can wish list it on Steam right now.
Absolutely can.
Yeah.
That's a lie. It's not launching in spring 2017. Clearly.
Oops, I'll cover that up
sooner. Oh, that's not your fault.
Nope.
The rest of the information is true.
There we go.
Facebook and Twitter. And
we're just gonna be on. There we go. We're just gonna be right there, blocking the spring 2017. Perfect. Yeah,
I love it.
Okay, so I guess back to what we were saying. Why tackle mental health?
Why tackle mental health?
Yeah.
We're of the opinion that much like books or comics or movies, games can and should tackle absolutely any topic. Right?
Yeah.
Like literature doesn't restrict itself to what it talks about. Film doesn't restrict itself in what it talks about. Like why should games? And like it's a maturing medium. It's an open field for games like that. And like it gets put into games more often.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean we started this project in like early 2015, late 2014, maybe even before. So like, you know, it was even slightly less common then as it is now. But like, you know, it's good. Any game that's sort of dealing with that, I think it's great that there are more games like that on the market
For sure.
these days. So like it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, let's see, Alex is more into wish listing this, and is there a Steam store page to wish list?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Let me get that for you guys, actually. I'll just throw it into, oops. What? No, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, anamorphine can be a little weird to Google, because it's always like, do you mean anamorphic? It's like, no, I don't mean anamorphic. I mean anamorphine. We wanted something unique, and it is unique, but it is comes from anamorphic and morphine squished together.
Yeah. Do you actually want to talk about the name?
Oh gosh, my partner's named it, but like I was saying, so something that's anamorphic. There's a cool video about it actually. I can like explain what something anamorphic is through video.
Really?
Oh, that's our cool teaser trailer.
Love it. Oh no. Oh, there.
But this is good too. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm talking about things you
this.
guys can't see.
Gonna throw this into chat for you guys.
Yay! Thanks.
There we go.
But yeah. So like, there's a really cool YouTube video. Can we show them this really cool YouTube video?
Totally.
All right. Awesome. So if you search like anamorphic, and then Rubik's, R-U-B, yeah, there you go. That top one.
Nope.
Yeah. So Rubik's Cube. So like, yeah, that top one is perfect, I think.
Let me see if I can get this.
Sorry, I'm messing with the screen.
No
I
worries.
want to give you guys an idea of where we're coming from with this visual style.
Menu capture. Do that. Trim bar. Google Chrome. Okay.
Sweet. All right, so check this out, guys. So when we talk about something being anamorphic, it basically means that, click that you can see it from a couple different perspectives. Or like when you look at it from a different perspective,
Go
it
away,
acts
Wix.
differently. Silly ads. Here we go. So we'll watch this puppy. Oh look, a 3D Rubik's Cube.
Don't tell me it's not 3D. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
It's pretty 3D.
I swear to God. Oh my gosh, I knew it! Oh, it's one of those things! Oh my God.
Right, so based on, depending on your perspective, you know, it looks different. It's the same idea, they're just going to do the same thing again. But like, so this is basically where the name comes from. It's an anamorphic sort of experience, so plus morphine, right? So the idea of there being a way of forgetting or ignoring your pain or managing it, it's the morphine part. So you sit those together, you get anamorphine, and it's a bit of an abstract name for a game that's about a relationship and about like a couple of people who are just trying to sort of deal with their lives. But the story came a little bit after the name, so the story definitely has changed over time. Yeah, we didn't. It's definitely been fleshed out as we went. The thing about our team is that we don't really have a one designer. Like we have a creative director, Mo, but we do a lot of design and narrative together. So it's been this process as a team. Like as team members join, we sit down and we're like, all right, what's gonna happen, and what are the metaphors we're trying to show, and how's it gonna work, and just designing as we go to a certain extent. Like there's always been like we figured out the overarching idea of the game quite a while ago, but filling in the lines has been a group project for sure.
Yeah. How would you say the actual? Ooh, let's just stop with this.
See all the anamorphic
Stop. Okay. Well, we're just gonna bring this back up. How is the actual reception to it so far? Because you've shown it off, right?
We have shown it off. Yeah, we've been showing it for ages. I think our very first conference was Boston Festival of Indie Games back in like 2015. I mean, and before that even, we were showing it at Montreal Demo Night. Like they showed it in early 2014. Just the first time I even saw it. So I was like, that's amazing!
Wow!
And then, hey, here I am. So yeah, but we've shown it a bunch of places. We've gone to PAX, we've gone to GDC, we've gone to, I don't even know, Fantastic Arcade in Austin. Like we've gone all over the place. It was shown at an Italian festival last summer called Game Happens. It's made it around to a certain extent, and we've gotten a few prizes from Game Connection. A couple months ago, we won a Best Story and Storytelling prize, which is super cool. Especially since the story isn't even done. I didn't even see how cool it's gonna be, And narrative innovation from Montreal Festival Indie Games, stuff like that. So it's been really nice coming to reception.
That's good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Have you found it hard to kind of, I guess now on the business side, really promote this, just because it's a very heavy game again?
Yeah, and it's funny because I do think people respond to the themes. I think people want to play games that are more complicated and more diverse, but not all gamers do. So it's sort of it's like, oh look, it's really cool. Look at these visuals. Look how weird it is. Also, it's like this story. It's nuanced. It's emotional. It's like different things will resonate with different people. And
Right.
some people might just play it because it's like, well, that's super trippy, and it is super trippy, and it is fun in that way. Like, it is fun to play and like see what's around each corner and see what it's going to do to you next. But at the same time, like, it's a story. And I think people who are looking for like deep story in their games, like, this is a great place for that.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely super interesting. I just love the graphics too, and the music was great. Everything was great.
Thank you. Yeah, art and music are, well, and it's also pretty technical. The stuff you can see clearly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So Mondo says, I remember discussing this game with you at the PAX West main menu party.
Wow, that's a long memory. It was PAX West a year and a half ago.
Oof.
So main menu party. Can't even remember. It was so long ago. We weren't even showing the game then. We were just like, oh, I was there to like talk to publishers. So that I'd like never done that before, and I was pitching for the first time. We had like 5-minute time slots to pitch publishers. Stressful. It's great though. It was with Execution Labs, which Kitfox was also part of. So that was back in the beginning days.
Wow. Yeah. How do you actually like indie, like the indie game dev?
Indie dev. Oh, it's just so chill all the time. It's just like no stress.
Totally.
And, like, just making cool games.
Just play games all day.
No, it's amazing. Like, I worked at a game company before this, and Behavior Interactive down the road. That was cool. I like my job. My first gig was community manager. So it's really cool. And then I became a producer and went into this, and it's great. I like having all the responsibility and all the pressure. I'm super down with that.
It's great.
And I think in indie life, like everyone on the team, like, you're working on this to get it out together, and that's it, like there's not too much of a safety net, but it's a really interesting way to run a company and have a job. It's great. So like, I love it. For us, it's our first game. It's our first time doing all of this, but it's super great. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's your first game. I just realized that.
It's our first indie title. It's our first games company. Yep.
And the rating reception's great. So there we go.
People do seem to dig it. We'll see. We're going to make more trailers and make it look even more awesome to people who have not heard of it already and don't already think it's cool.
I want to play this again. If that's cool with you. I feel like.
Of course, that's great.
I feel like
it's one of the parts you.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those games where like you should run through it a couple times because you'll miss things. Because the first time I was definitely like, oh, wow, what's this? And I wasn't really paying attention to like the little details.
Well, the cool thing about Anamorphine is that there's actually going to be 2 endings, and it depends how you play the end of the game. Will determine which ending you get, because it's like we said, it's a game about a guy who's been through something traumatic and he's trying to figure out how to deal with it. And so it's actually up to you how he deals with it.
Right.
Like how he decides to kind of deal with the trauma that's happened to him. So
there we go.
Yeah, it's gonna reward replaying.
Yeah.
At least the end for sure. And we're gonna let you kind of like go back and see certain things while you go. It's gonna be clearer where to go and what to do to a certain extent too. Like there's gonna be like a few more clues. We call them breadcrumbs, like Hansel and Gretel, like little clues for where to go. We won't eat them. We're not birds. We'll actually leave the breadcrumbs for you. Sorry. Fairy tale metaphors. Yeah.
Fairy tale metaphors everywhere. Satoru says, yeah, totally no stress and swimming in money, the indie thug life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's indie game dev life.
Yeah.
Which is, you always have money.
Just swimming.
This studio is actually built out of bricks of gold.
Yeah? That's awesome.
We didn't know what else to do with it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point you just had too much money. What are you even going to do with it?
Exactly. Is this loading?
Oh, we might need to restart it. I think
okay.
This is a mean build that doesn't like replaying.
Fair enough.
Because of course it is. This build's actually from like mid-late February, so like we've certainly made improvements since. But
okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Yes, there we go.
Cool.
Oh no. Oh. You guys can't see this, but it's in windowed form, and I can't move it. Oh, there we go. We did it. I'm a professional.
You got it working, so yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. There we go. But yeah, no, I mean, in terms of the business side too, yeah, money is the thing. We were really lucky. Like we applied to Execution Labs, and we did get into that, which provided us with like just enough money to kind of like get get it off the ground, make enough of the game to apply to the Canada Media Funds for the vast amounts of our production funding.
Mhm.
So, and like that's lasted us for a solid year and a bit. It's gonna have been like a year and a half or so by the end. So like we're talking to publishers right now, talking to Sony, talking to people about like helping us kind of maybe get a publisher to publish the game. Like,
Right.
although it feels. It'd be nice to get there all the way and like be indie and have done it sort of like on our own, but like everyone needs money and you always have to find someone who's willing to give it to you. So it just depends who and what that partnership will do for both of the people involved, both of the parties involved, and if it's gonna help the game. So we'd like for the game to get played by like more than 12 people. So
I'm sure it will be. It's honestly, I feel like it has like the theme. It's just like kind of different and tackling like I think something that does resonate with a lot of people. Unfortunately, but it does.
Well, like 1 out of 5 Canadians will experience a mental health issue in their lifetime, and that number is higher for millennials and like minorities. So it's definitely something that can resonate. Even if you haven't had a mental illness or experience one yourself, you probably know someone who has, probably a close friend or a partner or family member who has. Like, it is basically impossible to move through this world and not have dealt with this. And like personally, for me, the topic was really engaging because I've certainly had partners who have been going through like, depression and mental health issues. Anxiety is my own issue. Like, we don't really deal with so much in this game, but it's a world full of people experiencing things that I always know how to deal with. And this game is very much about the main character not necessarily knowing how to deal with his wife's like depression. So, and I think that's something a lot of people can relate to.
Sure. I think, especially with something that is always like I think difficult to also understand is obviously depression, but also how people who don't necessarily have depression like can relate to someone who does.
Yeah.
I know there's like a lot of misunderstanding over that too.
It's not the easiest thing to deal with in life. So we kind of wanted to make a game that was, and the game's been made from the perspective of people who are depressed, but I don't think that anyone's done one which is more like depression adjacent.
Yeah.
In a sense. So I think we thought that was an interesting angle to come at it from. And he's dealing with his own sort of layer of drama. Like he's clearly having these like certain things trigger him to have these memories. Certain things are clearly like turning his world upside down.
Yeah.
Not all the memories are bad. Like this is supposed to be fun. No, if you don't open that flower, you're not gonna make it through. Oh no, mind you, we're working on how that happens.
Lots of things.
Not a bug, but working on the future.
Do you have like a kind of rough estimate of when you want this out, Bonnie?
I do. I don't know if I want to say it to all y'all on the stream, but I would say by the fall, before the fall.
Okay.
Not long now. Like we are closing in.
That's good.
So yeah, it is good. So walk all the way up to it this time, just like all the way.
Sorry, go with you a little bit.
So I'm back in.
Oh.
So like.
Oh.
Okay. You just gotta. It's this thing. It's this metaphor. It's this little. So we call them monuments in our original planning, but they're more like flowers. So if you ignore it, if you don't go close enough, it won't bloom. If you get too close to it, if you're too like hovery, if you're too like smothering, it won't bloom. But if you give it enough space, but don't ignore it, it will respond to you. So it's these subtle things. This concert hall actually just got bigger and more dramatic, so that's fun. Oh, it's not in here yet. Sorry, you're seeing all the slightly older things. I should have come in like 2 weeks when everything's gonna be like super awesome.
It's okay.
My bad.
It's okay. Everyone can get the game themselves and experience how awesome it is.
So basically what I'm saying is it's pretty awesome and it's gonna be more awesome.
Love it.
Yeah. Leave a little bit of something to the imagination. Oh, too close there.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Oh.
Play those awesome instruments. If you walk up from there. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm so curious about this panda thing, but I don't want it spoiled.
Okay, I don't say anything.
I want it spoiled at the same time. It's one of those things where you just want to know, and you're like, no.
Well, it's just another metaphor, really.
It's just another
metaphor.
Was it hard thinking of all these, like, I assume it's metaphor heavy. I'm just I'm just saying.
A little.
With someone like
little.
in charge of like you have
The metaphor department?
Yeah, the metaphor department.
Yeah, like sort of the analogy department. No, well, the panda was sort of one of the original symbols, and it used to be sort of bigger. We've kind of toned it down, actually, but in that it's a little more subtle, though omnipresent, clearly. I have an English literature degree, which means that, like, clearly I dealt with a lot of metaphor in, like life in literature. I see metaphors everywhere anyway, so I find them easy to come up with. But yeah, no, we tend to think about what we want a scene to feel like, what kind of emotion we want to evoke in the player as they play it, and then sort of like, well, what does that? What kind of gameplay does that? What kind of surroundings do that? And then often the metaphors kind of come out of that. It's like, well, since you don't have text or voiceover or action buttons to explain what something means, you have to basically come up with a gigantic visual and sonic metaphor for it.
Yeah.
So it's like all of design is metaphorical.
Wow.
Design.
Incredible.
It's fun.
I just noticed this. Oh yes, this part.
It's okay, nothing's gonna happen.
Nope. I learned that it's all good. Her hair is glowing. That must mean something.
Well, it means it's easier to find her.
Oh.
Sometimes it is just more game design.
Oh, okay.
But
never mind.
Her hair's always glowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I was looking into this.
I mean, it probably has a meaning that I forget.
It's okay. Too many metaphors. Oh, it's dark. Oh.
It's okay, it's just the wall. You're fine. Keep turning.
There we go.
There's the inside.
Yep.
The blowing curtain.
Okay, there we go.
Here. The door's on the right.
There.
Whew, Christmas again.
Oh yay! Christmas with the bike. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his bike, not her bike. Yep. Yeah. He's what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember words. It's Thursday. Same thing on Thursday. I can't remember words. Sorry, guys.
No, we're done. Just leave.
All right. Well, it's nice. Bye.
No, don't leave me.
Bye.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! I just realized that sign. It's very Montreal.
It is set in Montreal. So they moved to Montreal from the Southwest. So. And they stole a Rue Barré sign because, of course.
Of course.
Because who doesn't do that?
That is, if you guys haven't been to Montreal, that's a construction sign basically.
Means road closed.
You're gonna see it all the time.
Oh god, the construction never stops.
I know. What am I? Okay, I'm honestly just.
But you want to see her. She's your way out.
She's my way out.
There you go. You got it. See, it's just like the Rubik's Cube.
Oh. This is incredible, you guys.
This is fun.
Wow, this is mind blowing.
We do like to blow minds. It is.
The sign is bigger IRL though. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, although maybe if you get up close to it, it looks bigger. But it's a pretty big apartment. Actually, some things don't look like they're to scale, but they are. It's one of those silly things. When you play in VR, those flowers in the funky like undulating world, they are huge. Like you can't. They feel different because you're like right there, and it's like on your face more than when you're looking at the screen. But like it's like huge.
That must be incredible.
It's pretty great. My my high school English teacher came to visit Montreal with his son. They were looking at universities, and he came and played this in VR. And it was like the first time we put anyone in it in VR, and he was just like, "What is this?" It was hilarious. It was great. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Walk through the bottle. I see you walking through a bottle. It changes every time what you walk through.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yep. Crazy part.
Oh, man, what
does it mean?
What does it all mean? I had a question and then I forgot it because we stepped into this.
Sorry.
It's all
it's
good.
Distracting, yeah.
Oh, great. For VR. How do I put this? You guys, I can't think and play games apparently. But okay.
Well, this one is a bit thinky. It's stimulating your mental center.
Yeah.
Certain games are more physical.
It's just, I think VR is honestly going it has so much potential, I
It
think, to
does.
be huge, especially to help people really connect with like different things, like in this case, like mental health maybe, or like exploring kind of that kind of side of it. Yeah, do you also kind of feel the same way, or do you think VR is like
Flash in the pan?
Yeah.
I do think it has a ton of potential. I think VR is a really interesting way to show stories. And I think that it's, beyond video games, beyond film, like it's a whole new type of media. So it's exciting to take it. Like we Anamorphine, we knew we wanted to do a VR version like really early on because we thought that would be a really cool way to tell the story. Sorry, I've got like allergies. I'm just
don't worry about it.
Well, today. But yeah, I do think VR is great. Do I think it's gonna be huge? I hope so. Like I hope that it will become more affordable and accessible for people. Right now, it's still like pretty prohibitive cost-wise, especially like the ones for console or for PC. The ones like your VR and like Google's like Pixel Daydream or not Daydream. I think so. Like they're clearly more affordable, although the Pixel isn't. So, but yeah, like there's those ones are doing better in terms of sales. Although this game is too big for those yet. I mean, it would be really cool if we can port it one day, but there's no promises. I do think that AR. Check out this thing. So I don't think you noticed this before. If you look at it straight on, it's normal-ish. But then if you look at it from the corner of your eye, it does other stuff.
Trying.
So it's a little laggy around here too. It doesn't help. But yeah, certain things like this have like
different perspectives, just like the Anamorphine.
Anamorphine in its own way. Yeah. So yeah, little clues. I think AR is gonna be like the future in the way. Like I think VR is gonna be great for entertainment. I think AR is gonna be really great for like actually involving it in our lives. Like when you have like an overlay on your world in augmented reality, I think that's going to have amazing implications, and not just for games, but for lots of other things. Get back up there and like get a good look at this from like the other side of the room.
That's what I was thinking.
I want to be back into it, but like you could, go there and then like turn around. Wine glasses. Yeah. But like you've got this. Got this. All this stuff.
A wall of
twisting around.
bottles.
Basically. Yeah, I do think so. I think AR is going to be amazing for everything, like for our whole lives. I think it's just going to change everything.
Yeah.
Whereas VR, I think, is super awesome. Almost more limited though. Like you do have to sit there in a headset. Yeah. And like you do in AR as well to a certain extent, but it's a little different. Like Google, what's it called? Windows.
The Google Glasses.
Yeah, like that.
Snapchat glasses or whatever?
No, that exists too. I mean, that is AR, yeah, sure. But like, I'm blanking on the name. I went to a whole talk about this at like the Ottawa game conference last a couple weeks ago, and I can't daydream right now. Stop hitting walls. No.
Sorry. I was looking at the chat.
Just gotta like bring you above.
I was looking at the
just try to.
Whoa. Sorry, leggy.
It's okay. Oh no. Oh dear. Maybe I should try it.
GameDev life is hard, if you would like to.
I might, just through this part. Although the lag, I'll probably end up in there too with the lag. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we're in business. So it is a little fast. We've made this a little easier to navigate. So it's, oh my god, you're right. This is really hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. No, just Victoria. This is hard. This is really. Never mind. This is impossible. My apologies. Oh my gosh.
No. The lag. This is our bad, you guys.
Oh yeah, there she is. Oh look, Elena is falling.
Oh,
she's in the air. What could it mean? What could it mean? Oh my god, what could it mean? Means I'm gonna fall through the freaking floor. Oh, so glad I got cheap key. He's like, in case anyone ever falls through the floor, you can just hit this button. I'm like, that won't happen. It's happening. It's happening currently.
It's alright.
Try to go.
GameDev life.
Oh, no! Yeah, thank you.
I know
She's a pro.
I know it now. Secret insights.
Got this. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, it's okay.
Alright,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Woo! I'm making it. Oh, okay.
Man, I really want to try this in VR. This would be amazing.
It's really cool. I was tempted to bring it today, but like, how do you show people a good time in VR, right? Like, it's just not. It's fine. We're just gonna fall into this abyss. Don't even worry about
that. Yeah. Okay.
It's great.
Oh, wow. Great.
Bye.
Yay.
What a trip.
That was great.
What a trip.
Just throw that into
Thanks.
chat again.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So we did it. We went through a whole adventure.
Made it
twice.
Twice. It's a pretty short demo, so
it's fine. But yeah. So thank you, I guess, so much for coming on stream.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's cool to talk about our weird little baby. So,
I love it. I'm legitimately so excited for this. Yeah. I want to play it. I think it's just an interesting concept with like amazing art. It's gonna be great.
And the soundtrack's gonna be like baller as well.
Yes.
So
I didn't listen to the soundtrack.
That's true.
But it was really good. Eleanor also asked, what's with the cello?
What's with the cello? Did you know that the cello is the instrument that's considered closest to the human voice?
Really?
True fact.
As
Maybe
in,
it's
like,
guitar, but like they're both really close. Cello is very resonant and very it's very evocative. Like as a musical instrument, it's actually like really powerful. It's also really big, so it's easy to show. We consider violin, we're like, that's really small. So we went with cello because it has a lot of presence.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a little bit of fun with the art. But like, we realized that telling a story about a musician and her journey was a really good way to go. Just the way her story unfolds really does have to do with her being a musician, with like her ability to play. When she can't play, what happens? Like these are really important parts of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So the music's really key. So and it's all composed in house. But we did like the cello you heard there, like when you were going through that funky world, and like listening to her play in the concert hall. Like that was actually we recorded that live. Like it's real cello.
It's amazing.
Real violin, real cello. Like we had a good time with that. So.
Why is it broken?
Because we're really lazy and we just like are really bad GameDevs. Yeah. The level at the end there, like I said, it's about 2 months old at this point, so like it's not broken anymore.
I don't know if they were asking about that or if it's why the cello is broken.
Oh, fair. Okay. The broken cello is a metaphor. I will not spoil things, but clearly this is a game about what happens when things fall apart. Yeah. And representing your world falling apart visually and metaphorically. So like it is an expression of that theme.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to wish list it on Steam,
yes please.
I put the link in chat. Should be coming out soon-ish.
Chat's over there.
Yeah. And yeah, if you want to keep up with their dev process, they are on Facebook and Twitter at Artifact5. Yeah,
Artifact_5 for Twitter and Artifact5 on Facebook. And we have a dev blog, which I really need to update. But yeah, at Anamorphine.com. So you can keep up with us there as well. So put cool news and stuff up there when we have news.
When you have news.
Try not to spam anyone. There's a newsletter. You can sign up for that at Anamorphine.com as well.
I should have just ended it there.
And scene.
Yes. Yeah. But if you guys want to join us next week on stream, we'll be streaming at Thursday, 4 p.m. again, Eastern Time. If you want to follow us, we're on Facebook.com/KitfoxGames, Twitter @KitfoxGames, Instagram @RealKitfoxGames, because someone took Kitfox Games and I was offended at that.
Jeez.
I know. I was so disappointed. But we're all on the social medias, and yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye guys.